the pandemic, and the government had no choice, because the alternative would have been to leave the economy open, and instead of 700 plus deaths, we could have had 1,500 plus deaths. But apparently that's okay with some people. So long as they are able to eat our food and they can put food on their table, they're good. Who they're dead, that is not the problem. I ain't taking no vaccine. Who they're dead. That is the selfish mindset of some people in this country. But Dr. Rowley has a responsibility because he took an oath. And who don't want to see that he's doing the best that he can? I don't know, as I have to keep asking some of the UNC activists on Facebook. You want him to wave a magic wand and make COVID disappear? Or you would like him to go and print billions of dollars and just come and hand it out? And then when inflation skyrockets and so on, what's the next situation? People don't want to think. Again, I am not saying that there aren't people who are struggling and that the government will do the best that it can within the resources that they have to help as many people as they can. I'm seeing people doing lives complaining, oh, they give you one food hamper. What are you supposed to do? That could last for a whole month. We have our own individual responsibilities to take care of our financial circumstance. And one would have thought that coming out of what would have happened last year, that some people would have taken into consideration, well, hey, let me see how I can adjust my expenditure so that in case this thing happens again, I would not be caught on the back foot as I was last time. How many people made adjustments to their spending patterns? I understand some people can't because of the income that they're earning is limited and they can only do so much. But how many people would have done that? And you see, the biggest problem in this country is financial illiteracy. But I will deal with that on Sunday, right? That's a topic for Sunday to talk about. But I speak about it in the context of, I don't have no money. I can't buy food. But I have money to buy a data plan to put on my phone so I could do a live for a whole hour and more and cuss out Rowley. That's your priority when it comes to spending money. That making sense to you. Take that money and buy something. How many people coming out of the COVID have their stories and their testimonies to tell that they are now in a better position? Because of having lost their job, they had to find some way to earn sustenance. And what did they do? They started a business that they've been thinking about from since however long. And we've seen features done on the nightly news with some of these people happy, because COVID gave them that push to venture into this business, and now they're making money. Now they are self-employed. They don't have to rely on anybody again for a paycheck at the end of the month. And that's all we're saying, But the government is just telling you, bear with us for a little bit. So all these people who talking about all the politicians and them, and they cook, their bills paying, and it's not the politicians alone. They have CEOs in this country, managers who making more money than the Prime Minister for the month, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a month. The CEO of TSTT, we would have seen some time ago making over $250,000 a month. How come nobody from TSTT telling him to take a pay cut? They don't want people in TSTT struggling? And he's just one of several CEOs in this country making that kind of money. And then we see businesses now complaining that they can't afford to maintain staff, that they can't afford to continue to pay salaries and so on. But these guys, the managers, the management team still earning the big salary, and the people who on the ground who doing all the work and bringing in the money, they are the ones feeling the pinch. Why are we not asking these guys to take a pay cut? I just ask it. Let's do it across the board. But all of you who complaining, if you all were in the parliament and making that money, you'll be singing a different tune.
Of course.
Because the shoe on the other foot is different. Singing the tune different. But when you're on that side, you feel Munilal and them, you feel if it is that they were inside it, in government, you feel they would have been taking any pay cut. How many of them you see? Look, Roger Monroe, the PNM MP for Toko Sangi Grandi is taking his salary, his parliament salary, to help his constituents for 3 months. Which UNC MP did that? They're making the same salary that he making. Which one of them did that? None. But you're not breathing down their truth. Oh, the government, and the government this, the government that, Rowley this, Rowley that. I've heard many people say, He's the Prime Minister for this time. Because if Kamala, when she was Prime Minister, her parallel health system was four beds. 4 beds in Cora. I tell you, the death toll would have been a lot higher. Because she probably would not close the borders either. But she was singing that song. Then what?
Where would we have been today?
Exactly. The death toll would have been much higher. And you know what they would be telling you? Well, look what happening in India. And look what happening in the US. And look what happening there. And look what's happening there. So it's okay. The pandemic was properly managed last year. And they singing the song about the borders and the borders and the borders. So I continue to ask. So the borders wasn't open last year? The borders wasn't porous last year? Is it that they fired a whole set of police officers, or they fired half the Coast Guard, such that the strength of the Coast Guard is now reduced, which is why the borders more porous this year than it was last year? I'm confused. But we're not putting the blame on the people who facilitating it, because there's demand. Because for some reason, some men in Trinidad just have a liking, they have an appetite for the very flesh. If there is no demand, then there is no need for supply. When it is you all were hearing about the numbers in Caroni, nobody was taking that on. Nah. Everybody calling the radio station to talk about when you pass by the bars and them. Whose fault is that? That's Dr. Rolly's fault? When he gets up in the morning, does he put on a blue uniform and a cap with the word police on it and jump in a van and go and fight crime? Is it his responsibility to go and drive around to make sure that these bar owners are doing what they're supposed to do? But no, everything is the government and the minister. Apparently, parents, they are still responsible for the daily roster in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
Yeah, he just call up all the RHs and say, send me the list of all who's supposed to work till 11, let me roster them now. I just don't understand it, you know. I do understand it. Everybody, every day when that notice comes out between 4 and 5, and be complaining. Gosh, look at the numbers, look how much people, how much new cases, and how many deaths. Yeah, but that is just 2 of several statistics on that particular document. Look at the number of active cases. It keeps going down. It was only over 10,000, I think, for one day. Now it's at 8,001 something, so it's heading in the right direction.
Yep.
When we look at the number, over 170,000 citizens have at least one jab in their arm. And some 70,000 or so of them close to fully vaccinated. So we get into that point. We will never be at 100% because there are a number of people who choose to buy into the propaganda and say they ain't taking no vaccine. Well, fine. That's all right. We just need enough to get to herd immunity, and the rest of you all will just benefit from those. It's like Bruce, when the unions negotiating, and they say we calling a strike. Yes, we having a protest downtown. Come out in your numbers. And then you would have the few who will come out and support the march. And then you have them, not me now. I ain't not going nowhere. I ain't going on protest. When they get through and they get a raise, I will get too. Not me, I ain't playing that. Yeah. It's similar. Well, I ain't taking no vaccine, but when who take it? Because Bruce, last night I looking at this Florida channel there. And I'm seeing they were showing this restaurant, high-end restaurant in Miami. And nobody wearing masks. Nobody. I mean, in the US now, where the daily death toll would have been 2,000, 3,000. Now they've come down to 100 and something deaths, 200 and something deaths for the day. Even India, their numbers have come down from 400 and some odd thousand daily new infections. Yesterday, I think it was 60-something thousand. The deaths have come down from 4,000 a day down to now about 1,200 or something like that. But it's heading in the right direction, and we cannot discount the fact that the vaccines have contributed to that. But again, I don't want to harp on that vaccine conversation. Who say they're taking it? Who say they ain't taking it? At the end of the day, we will see how that goes. Morning, Angie. Yes, Angie, I must say that. So, yeah, who say, and who don't want to take it? Okay, fine, no problem. But I saw there's a talk about whether or not you would have mentioned it just now. And look at that, Bruce. When it was, and unfortunately, in this country today, we have a cesspool that passes for media and journalists, right? The way that they put headlines to create couture and bacchanal, where they would have said that Trinidad and Tobago would not qualify for the US 500 million doses donation, right? But as you would have read there just now, the only country that qualifies is Haiti. So none of the other Caribbean countries qualify either. But as soon as, based on how the media put that out, so they didn't tell you that before, eh? It's just Trinidad alone. That's the impression that we get. Oh, Trinidad last. We are bottom, I think, Trinidad, this, that, the other, the next. Rolly, I know what you're doing. But I just want to let people know, especially the headline members of the Headline Readers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, who don't read stories. They just pop up on social media and they read the headline and then they start to comment and curse the government. That the 500 million vaccines is not inclusive of the 80 million that was previously promised. All right, it's two separate things, so that we are still in line to receive vaccines from the 80 million that Mr. Biden would have promised. It's the additional 500 million that they mentioned, 200 million this year and another 300 million next year that they will be sending through the COVAX, that we will not qualify for donation. But as Dr. Rowley said, we are a paying client of COVAX, and therefore we would probably be able to purchase vaccines still. But if it is that the Johnson & Johnson, the 800,000 jobs come in August, thereabout, from the African Medical Supply Platform, I mean, it's all over. There's 800 one shot.
But Dominic,
yes, sir.
Something just jump in here. Our goodly opposition takes credit for so many different things. Didn't they say that they were the ones that suggested to hurry up and speak to the Americas in order to get out of that donation drive? So are they going to take credit for the fact that we ain't getting on? Just asking. Hey.
Fingers on the lip. The mouth of a zip, Bruce. They realize they're making no fuss about the AV drilling matter, right?
Yeah.
You know, they conspicuously quiet on that, eh? I see the spin bowler, Mr. Pinal, trying to twist it all how to turn it on the Attorney General, but that can't work. So you know what? Let's just keep quiet and hope something else will pop up that could and take the shame out of their face for that one. But as you mentioned, vaccines, Bruce. You know, the thing that amazes me, right? I'm seeing people, you know, with the 80 vials of the Pfizer that came, right? That they tried to create bacchanal for.
Yeah.
My thing is this. All they're complaining, they bring down Pfizer, right, to give to the Prime Minister and to give to the ministers and the 1%. They take the good vaccine and they're giving people the Sinopharm and the AstraZeneca to kill them, the bad vaccine. Well, if you say you ain't taking no vaccine, all the vaccine bad, you shouldn't care which one the Prime Minister take, which one, because as far as you ain't taking it, it ain't good. So you should be glad if the Prime Minister take Pfizer and the ministers and whoever else, because based on what you say, all of them go dead. And since you don't like none of them, you should be happy. So how we can have good vaccine and bad vaccine, and then you're telling me you ain't taking none? You're confused because struggle. Is either the vaccine good or it ain't good? You can't be half pregnant as Gary Griffith loves to say. So they bring in good vaccine for them to take the good one. But if they offer you ain't taking it, you're not taking none. So therefore, as far as you're concerned, all vaccine bad. So hush your mouth. Hush your mouth.
Oh boy.
Let's take some calls in.
Guys, so we open up the lines here now. 342-0081, 466-5391. Those are the numbers. And remember to keep your contributions short and sweet so that everybody will have an opportunity to give theirs. Caller, good morning. Morning.
Good morning to you, Dominic. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Dominic, shiny children
Yes,
calling
ma'am.
me daddy. Right? Good.
Shiny children calling
Shiny
me daddy.
children calling me daddy. Right. First of all, I want to send on my condolences to our mommy source. Continue to be strong, and to Mother Tunapuna. Mother Tunapuna, good morning to you. You know, I heard what happened yesterday pertaining to the loss of your husband. And I know it's not an easy road right now for you, Mother Tunapuna. All I can tell you, have faith. God will give you strength. Mother Tunapuna. It's not have faith. God will give you strength, Mother Tunapuna. It's not
True.
Dominic.
Yes, ma'am.
Dominic. Good.
Yes.
Apparently, I getting a delay. What Dominic said, your position are the most money to come in. Is it that?
If he had the money.
Yes, they.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
had the
just
highest
remember,
energy revenue.
just remember, saying it again. Tiny children calling me daddy. She are not children, she are grand. I gone.
Oh, Lord.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Condolences to Mother Tunapuna and to Mr. husband and the loss of your mother, Mr. Tunapuna. And then I want to know what's wrong with the UNC people. Something definitely wrong with these people, you know. Them like corrupt on them, you know. Because you could never tell me you live and you praying all how to see this country crash. It comes like you're living in a Latin and you're comfortable there. You're comfortable in Latin, you know. If you live in a Latin, get out from there. It's stinking dirty. Get out from it now. Why do you get out of China? This China so bad. I look bad talking China so much. These people have nothing in them, you know. Who listening to them right to the world? What if them living inside China here, you know? They could never believe that they're living in China. Never. I never see people like them. Never, you know. All my life, I have born here and grown here. I listen to people, but tell them. They could not talk to how much they want. They could talk all manner of evil against him. That is not moving him. The time was to move him was August 10th, 2020. And they did not move him. So they had to wait until 2025. They have to wait. They could talk what they want. I think them to the talk. When that time reach, we do it again. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Dominic.
Morning.
I want to say something, Dominic. Sunday morning, you remember, Kingsley said that all the former Prime Minister have plenty meat, yeah?
Yes, he said that.
That means that she could afford, but then calling on she, as you say, she get the most amount of money, and they're calling on she. But he both, he said that. She didn't use plenty, he said plenty money. Remember you was talking about the ADJ and to bring on the case. Remember that, Dominic?
Yes.
So I just want to say, and I want to deal with a part where you talk about the lady with the Lila stuff. You know, I from here, Dominic, which you all know. And I want to tell you something now. I really did vex at time when I saw these things go up and they going against the jail and things because I see well as milk and stuff for baby. So, no, I know the family, but I mean, I ain't wrong them, but I was thinking it's shock how she feels. But then now I do hear that she had done it before, but and here what she had to I hear something like rum or some kind of thing, but what one, the person in the group, she was supposed to let people know that she had done it before. And the girl who knew should have let people know that she had done it before. You know, so that people would have an idea what take place. And they leave it just so to make people believe that, but you know, it's that suffering and all that kind of thing. You know, that's how people are going to respond to. And before I go, I just want to say that, remember it's 14,000. Didn't come back for the grant. Remember that, eh? So like to show all the corruption was coming at them. 14,000. And if people are suffering so much, that 14,000 must have come back, but they couldn't come back. Thank you for allowing me this contribution. I'll listen out for it.
Thank you. Dominic, at this time I have, oh, no, it's not now. Oh, I forget it's 9 o'clock. Sorry about that. Let's continue taking the calls. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning, Gucci and Dominic.
Morning, Mrs. Thomas.
Morning.
Good morning, Sharon, wherever you are, my darling. I just called in this morning. Good comments, as always, by Dominic. And Ms. Tunapuna, good morning to you, my darling. As I greeted you already, my deepest sympathy to you. Be strong, be courageous. I know it's not easy. I just had my recent loss myself with my brother, so I know it is. So be strong, be courageous, and all those who have lost loved ones. I heard somebody mention, like Mommy South again. Is there any, she has a lost one as well to Lucy?
Say again?
I heard like earlier somebody mentioned Mommy South. She has...
Yes, Mommy South's mom passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord, well, my darling, please accept my sympathy as well for your mom as well. We close because I lost my brother three weeks ago. So, God, people, be strong, be courageous. All those who I have not known of their recent loss, please accept my sympathy for all. Have a blessed day, everybody. Love you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey,
morning, Dominic. Morning, friend, the big O. Well,
Morning, Manu.
My sympathies out there on Miss Tunapuna. Sympathies out there. God will always keep you strong. You can give you more than you can take. So, I'm going to say good morning to Pastor Street. My dear friend, good morning to you. Dina and everybody, all morning, everybody. It's Friday, everybody. Jackie and Jackie. Bruce and Dominic. This lady have plenty money and she have plenty court loans. So we had to see what's going on and how we had to get down some of that money, get back all that money that went out, wherever it went, truck bill, the castle bill, and with truck number, truck identification, paint off and all kind of things. We know who believe this and everything. So we had to get back some of that money. And then they say, anyway, I'm talking to you before I get more fucking like the morning to everybody. Bonnie Gardens and Mount Hope. Have a nice one.
Yeah. So, guys, you can... for caller, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, morning.
Morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Hey, morning.
Dominic,
Morning. Yes, sir.
that clip that you showed, what is happening to the states in America. Not,
Yes.
This hasn't been showed on our media, and I think that people should see what is going on because a lot of us take advantage of the situation that's happening in Trinidad. We still plenty better off, and a lot of countries and Dr. Rollis have been saying that, and yet still you have people crying, people hungry, and people like who you expect to be more responsible. You know, they have the TV show and the talk show, and they're just peddling that misinformation and how people hungry and hungry. We reach that stage yet. You know, it's a big people to be hungry, but you know, without a pandemic, look at Haiti. And when people crying that on themselves, they will think. I have not been working since March of last year. But you know what I did? Certain things that I had, I sold it and cleared most of my debt. But instead of just sitting down there, I look for little odd jobs to do, little hustle. You know, because I have a certain skill that I can use and I have it out there and I get a little job. And I'm surviving out of that. Because I cannot go to social welfare and get certain things because when they do assessment on me, they will say I'm not qualified. So what I would do is, you know, you market yourself. And when I just be looking for jobs too, because there's certain sites that they can go on and they have jobs advertising. But some of the qualification that they have, I don't have that qualification. And in terms like, you know, like sales and it's plenty of that, they want drivers, but they want driver with certain, you know, they want a heavy tea or extra heavy. There are plenty of these things there. License office is closed, so you know I can't go there to know to see if I can get a heavy tea driver's license and all sort of things. But what I'm saying is that we take advantage of what this Trinidad has done for us, Trinidad and Tobago has done for over the years. Complain about we pay taxes, but what taxes we really pay? Most of the people them who complaining and bawling about they pay taxes, they under these new lines to pay tax anyhow. You understand? And the amount of social things that you have there that the government giving out, and then they hear people saying that, boy, this government don't give nothing. You understand? Everything subsidized. You have gas subsidized from your cooking gas, the gas that you're using in your vehicle, still under subsidized. The government has programs that if your house burned down, you can go to the social welfare, put your thing once you're legal and those things and everything proper. They give you some money to start back building your house. All these other things that we have, and we still complain and say that the government does nothing for you. And when I say government, whether it's a UNC, INR, or wherever government in power, there's things in place. So that's what I mean by the government. There's things in place that you can get something. But what we as a people give back to our country? Listen to nothing. And I can go on and on and on, but I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, call us up. The lines are open 342-0081, 466-5391. Those are the numbers. Call us up. Let us know what's on your mind. What are your thoughts? What's going on in your neck of the woods, as we say. Caller, good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce. Good morning, Mr. Dominic. I want to be brief. Well, those who don't want to take vaccine, I'm not being that brave to wait till everybody take vaccine for me to try to get immunity. Sometime this week or next week, I go and get my vaccine. Thank God for that. Let me tell you something. Yesterday's Avery telling me they want to keep silent. Don't keep it silent, you know. Because to me, Mr. Baksh, the so much is coming up to start because am I right, Mr. Dominic? I think he went to court for some kind of definition of character or something.
Yes.
Mr. Dominic?
Yes, he said yes.
Yes, that's
right. So what I'm saying is she worried because if that case is lost, she will be a worried person. So she's just trying to distract people. God don't sleep. When they mismanage people money and whatnot, and the accusation that we see in the house that you build and whatnot, God is not a sleeping God. right? UNC get the wish, that plenty people dying, the place in chaos, they got their wish. This is what they wanted. On the ground, they was preaching have no corona. Dr. Rowdy Wicked, he's stifling people with masks. It had no corona in Trinidad, it's only in foreign. All this is preached among the people, and people are dying. They never took it serious. They are the last people to come and tell you all in Parliament. They make joke. And another thing is they say, open the bars. And the currently the bar owners suffering. Do you know, Mr. Dominic, the majority of them are not paying an IS for their employees? And only in Trinidad, they're talking about working something out. Abroad, they would have been making jail. You hear what I'm telling you? So this is a real nice country. So majority of the bar owners not to be paying NIS to their workers. And at the end of the day, they're still getting compensated. Something is wrong. You understand? And they are the ones who can tell you this and tell you that. Half of them are paying tax and curling. They don't want to pay the property tax, but they want to own all kind of buildings all over the place and businesses. Something is wrong with our people. We're over happy. That is wrong with us. We as a people have to wake up. And the ones who have is the ones who want more. Look at some of them, the private sector want to be part of the corona. They want to open hospitals. They want to give vaccine. They just want more. And the problem is with them, they're not making money off of this pandemic and ripping off the government and ripping off the poor. Have a pleasant day, sir.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Dominic.
Hey,
How are you all, guys?
Doing good, man.
Morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Dominic, listen, I heard you said earlier that you saw a long line by one of the Wassa outlets. Was that true?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to understand because I heard an ad where the Wassa was saying for people who have to pay the bill to pay online on the Wassa site or use your bank online transaction to pay a bill.
Yes.
So I am trying to understand why it is that we insist on doing our own thing. We insist on doing what we want and then blame others for the consequences of our action. When are we going to start to become responsible? If COVID hasn't taught us to be responsible as yet, I don't know how much hope this country has. Because as a people, we seem to be very, very, very disobedient and self-opinionated. Now, it's one thing to be stubborn for a certain reason. But when the stubbornness could cause your life, I cannot understand in any amount why you would persist to go in a direction that will put your own life and your family life at risk. I just cannot seem to understand. And I saw someone was posting on the Facebook chat earlier on about the money that the government has spent. So I don't know if it is you all could explain how many hotels was rented during this pandemic time. And what's the cost? Do you think that the hotels are going to rent their rooms at giving the government a blight when there is no other form of income for them? I wonder if the people could think for a little bit and understand the cost of renting a hotel and how many hotels were rented and for the duration of time and all the other sites that had to be refitted to accommodate these people. And the same people you all were calling to bring back home is what caused an additional cost to the state. And it's so sad. My taxpayer money have to go for these kind of things and then to hear why it is and how it is and when it is. Gentlemen, you all have a nice day.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Let me just say good morning to the folks who are taking us in on Facebook and those as well, all 470 of you on YouTube.
Very nice.
So, taking note of your conversations going on there. So,
well, let me take this opportunity to send out birthday greetings to Donna George Murray. It's from Henry Kelman. Happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoy your day today. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce and Dominic, good morning.
Morning.
Bruce, I understand the old man wasn't well too, boy.
Yeah.
And I wish him well. I wish him a speedy recovery, right, brother?
Yes,
and my condolences go to Mother Tunapuna and
Mommy Sauce.
What's her name? Mommy Sauce, yes. I'm a regular listener, you know, that don't call regular. But Bruce and Dominic, you know,
yes, sir.
Boy, when you see people brass faces, a hell of a thing, you know, Dominic. As a artist says, I old seasoner in this thing. But when you listen to the frontline speakers for the UNC, talking about the boss have plenty money and she have plenty clothes, they admitting the truth, you know, Dominic. Because you remember what they did with NGC, eh? We don't have to go back there again. Eh?
Yes.
You remember the contracts for the hospitals. We remember all of these things, Dominic. Right now, we can't get account of millions from Central Bank. It had it all about in chess and grip and all kind of thing. They can't, the flyovers, Bruce, all of these things that the contracts and they were overinflated. And these people still outside and talking so fresh, Bruce. You know, it's amazing to hear them talk, you know. They forget life sport, how many people lost their life in life sport. And this man on TV, on radio, talking to people who bring up the children respectably and without corruption. And this man talking to these people, you know, to the former Prime Minister. She took my helicopter, what should have been perusing my seas, and turn it into a taxi. Eh? All my boats and everything what we had to secure my borders. I know how much they get back from the blimp. I they sell it for about 50,000. And she never give no account of the money that they get back, you know. So these are people sitting there. My problem is who those people who are doing the investigation. Why should these investigations be staying so long? And had them talking, eh? It is becoming a burden to me to listen to them. A lot of them should have been answering questions, not only the former Attorney General and the Senator.
Right.
Half of them should have been down in Chagarama, like how we try the fellas there for the coup. We should be down in a special court trying them. Especially the leader of the opposition party. Look, fellas, we're going good, but we have to keep praying, boy, in this corona season. That we pray, and I'm sorry for all those who lost the family, who lost their loved ones and thing and this thing, but we have to pray and let God try and swing this thing around. And I think it's starting already. Have a nice day, fellas.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce, good morning.
Morning, Mommy Sauce.
Morning to you. Morning to Dominic.
Morning, Mommy Sauce.
How are you?
I am good. How are you going?
I'm great after God, man. I'm holding it strong.
Nice.
Yeah, let me say good morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago, everybody. To all my men in my life, let me tell them good morning, and I love them. And to all the people who call and send condolences and sympathies and everything to me and the death of my mom, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you. I received everything. I want to say thank you. Oh, they know themselves. There's too much names to call on Facebook and WhatsApp and everything. A special thanks to everybody. And after God, I'll continue to be strong and thank my mother. She has roamed the earth for 83 years, and we still have her mother alive who we can still cling to. You understand? So she made one child, which was my mother, one child, and she's still alive. So, you know, my mom gone, and may her soul rest in peace, but we still at least have our grandmother, which is rare with some people at our age. But we're thankful for her. Still, we have her there, and we love her, and it might be, you know, the chances we had to look after our mom here and then things. So, you know, we'll be there. I didn't even tell her yet, because you know how it could be, you know, she had can't just rush and tell her, you know, you had to take it like. So hoping sometime this morning, most likely she might get to know. Right, so that should be it. And I want to also say condolences going out to Mr. Napuna and her for the death of her husband. I know him, and he's a man never used to pass me straight. He always would bow and raise a hand if he see me in town anyway. I think so. There's a condolences going out to him or to the family also. May his soul rest in peace. It's not an easy thing, but because sometimes, you know, we just say, God, okay, sometimes how old your mom is or who is and how miserable the person could be. You see, at this time, you would miss them. Because they live on, you know, not because they might say they religious say, they might say, oh God, well, they get old and, you know, but you just miss them a whole lot when this time comes. It's not an easy thing, but God knows best. So as they say, to be absent from the body is to be with God. Is that? Well, if it's so, God knows best. Right? So whatever. Yes. So thanks again to everybody, all the condolences, everything. I want to say thank you ever so much. Right?
Yes, my dear.
So you all have a wonderful day. And I'm here. Okay?
Yes, darling.
So take care. All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah.
So, Dominic, at this time, we're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Put your hands in the air. Wave your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. No matter what we do or say, you know we're gonna find a way to make the music DJ play. All wanna wise the air. Feel the spirit in the air. Oh, we're moving without fear. Sometimes could be such a lonely place. Rise up, lift your head up high, show the world your face. Hold on to that hope inside of you. If you want peace in Trinidad and Tobago and the world, I want to see a hand there. When you hand there, one day my music will unite. Remember today, yeah. Fighting will be no more. That's right. Remember today, yeah. One day my people will know love. Love will fall upon us. Love will fall upon us. Love will fall upon us. Look. We want to save TNT. We want a safe and happy TNT for this Carnival 2K5. If you agree with me, let me see if we are palming out the air. Show me the palm that Jah gave you. Show me the 5 fingers. And then we're singing in there. You're singing as one chorus, one love. We'll be going side to side. Watch it. Sing it together now. Hey, oh, hey, remember day. Hey, oh, hey, remember day. Hey, oh, hey, remember day. Bring it down low for me. Point your finger. One day my music will unite. Remember the day, yeah. Fighting will be no more, that's right. Remember the day, yeah. One day my people will know love, and this war will be over, and love will fall upon us. Yeah! This all about love, TNT. The Caribbean. want to deal with a situation right now. Fellas, you love women, right? You love your woman in your life. Yes, you love your woman in your life. But sometimes in your life, you might get into a banker, you know. It has some woman that will break your heart, you know. And I have some advice for you, right? I have some advice for you. This is the kind of woman that needs
Are you experiencing loss of vision, or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open, and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
For some, today is just another routine 24 hours. To others, today is first page in tomorrow's story. It's the audition for tomorrow's performance. It's the spark that ignites tomorrow's change. The perseverance for tomorrow's breakthrough. The first like of tomorrow's big hit. Never take your today for granted. When life is on, those who truly believe in the power of today can become anything tomorrow.
Be mobile, just be.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gonna be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I can buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools. All right. Thanks, boss. Nama. Ronnie, do you have $488 to lend me?
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 21st June 2021 stands at new positive cases 148. Total active cases 8,148. Total recovered patients 21,872. So welcome back. Just a bit of housekeeping for you. Johnny Q for all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies. Gravel and sand now available. Don't forget Power Master, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting at $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15, Arpita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will be open on a limited basis to continue to provide essential eye care services to you. Our services are currently limited to emergency and critical eye care only. And we will require you to make an appointment at this time. Please call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Digicel customers get all the convenience. Now you're no longer limited to paying with your credit card. Use your Visa debit card on My Digicel app to pay your Digicel Plus and mobile bill, top up or purchase a plan. Download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real. Get that perfect smile. Beauty is in every aisle. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Pennywise, yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. Pennywise gives you more to love. And international cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lindell Simmons, and Riyad Emrit, even Raymond Ramnarine and Ravi B, has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So, what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. So welcome back, Dominic. Welcome back. We're in the inside. Yes. Hello. Hey. Yes, Dominic, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
I will talking to you on my mic off.
By head dog and by food.
Gosh.
So Bruce, I'm seeing an interesting I don't know if I want to call it a development or not. But if it's not true, it's a very cruel joke, and whoever is responsible for that should be charged. So I'm seeing in today's Express, it says strange twist in Khadija case. As the missing mother who they claim that the nurse would have killed and disposed of her body. Right? So I saw yesterday, apparently there's a Facebook post being shared claiming to have originated from her profile.
Oh, I saw that.
And it says the case of missing Khadija Flamen took a strange twist yesterday when messages were posted on her Facebook account that claimed she was alive and will return home. 4 messages were posted within minutes of each other on Flamen's timeline, where it was claimed that she was alive and well and taking a break in Tobago. Around 3 p.m., the first post, which appeared on Flamen's Facebook account, read, "I am okay, guys. I am okay. I am in Tobago. WTF. Well, they're saying I dead. I just needed a effing break. Will come home when I ready. I have..." No phone. I now saying, let me log on and all this. 5 minutes later, the second message was so bad, all they want me dead. And 10 minutes after that came the third post, lol, now self I staying away. I is how much places all you find my body. I'm alive and well was the last post along with a picture of Flamand. I'm confused. Now, if in fact the young lady is alive and in Tobago, somebody must have seen her. Somebody who is aware that that something going on, that they're looking for her, and I think we would have heard something before. So if she's saying she wasn't aware of what was happening before, it's only as she logged on and she now seen that, I find that hard to believe, because so the people that she's been talking to and so on, not watching the news, they're not reading newspapers. So it's like, hey, girl, people they're looking for you, as the case may be. So and now her mother is saying that she's very confused and she's traumatized further because she don't know what's going on, if her child is alive or not, as the case may be. So that body that they found wherever in Claxton Bay or whatnot or somewhere, I mean, didn't the nurse confess or something, so Bruce?
I think so. So I don't know what's going on.
This is you know, it's things like this that has caused people to say Trinidad is not a real place, you know. Because if in fact the young lady is dead, some sick, twisted mind will do something like that to traumatize people. But I just find the last message that says, "No self I stay in way. No self I stay in where I is. How much places all you find my body." I hope the cybercrime unit would be able to somehow find whoever it is doing that. If in fact this young lady is deceased and engaging in that foolishness. That's just madness on a whole different level. Can't be doing people that. So you have somebody locked up in the madhouse for nothing then.
Right. Well, I see something was saying that the bones went to forensic or something like that. Some bones that they found there.
Could they have to do some they want to match it with dental or something to see if in fact it's her.
That story is, that whole situation is so sad, eh?
Yeah. But I mean, the story keeps evolving because where this thing about the nails cut up and had her in a barrel in the apartment came from and so on.
And folks say they were smelling disinfectant strong and all kind of different things. So.
Wow. Say, well, I don't know what to say. I mean, if it would be great if in fact it's her. But by the same token, if it's not, it's really terrible that somebody would do that to the girl's family to put them through further trauma. And a sick mind would do something like that.
Only time will tell.
I guess we could go back to the lines in the meantime.
Yes, guys, you can call us up. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
What I noticed on Sunday, Dominic, with cooking with Sharon, is that when your caller starts calling on Kamala Prasad because to step down for the blunders that she has been making consistently, because not the first time she has been putting people's name into disrepute and using the parliament to raise issue that she knows is lies. Because if you do the background search on it, you must know it's not true. You notice that, oh my gosh, came in with fire and started talk about it's not true. And she have that is how the courthouse and money thing raised. And because people saying this and that and that is not true and all kind of nonsense thing. But to me, that is not my concern about how much money she have and whoever it is. I am looking at the fact that multi-billion-dollar company has lost its contract. His name was put into disrepute. His daughter lost her job. And all these things. A lawsuit like that, now, it will have to pay out millions. Millions of dollars. If he has to win, if that man has to win that case, $1 million would have to be paid. My thing is that the person who's liable to pay that sum has to have money to pay. And if they don't have the money, the man could levy on every single thing that you got. Now I'm watching, and if the person is paying source of funds, where you getting that money from, so that they start to follow that. So I want to wait and see what play out like that, because I know that man feels hurt. The question is that, why did Petrochin didn't give the man a fair chance to explain himself and to bring the document? Because they get trouble eventually when they give him the chance to give his side of the story and to, it was, according to Ramesh Lawson, they only give him, also they only give him 3 days. In a thing like that, the man need more than that to answer the question. So I don't even think, even though if they take this matter now and take it to the High Court, these things must be cleared up from Petrochin. So unless Petrochin has something totally different, it could end up that we just wasting more money paying lawyers again, because the Petrochin will have to pay more money on top of that close to $1 billion. It's running to $1.5 billion in payouts that they go there. So I think that I hear that Petrochin maybe appealing it. I ain't too sure, and people saying that they should appeal it, and people them who speaking in the port are saying it's Petrochin money at the payout there. And thank God that the government stayed clear from that, because she would have used interference from the government, because Rowley, partner and Rowley has something to do with it. So the thing is just like Malcolm Jones, as if people dotish. Malcolm Jones, the money that they talk about Malcolm Jones thief is the same building that they come and media and they sell all the parts out of the building that's scrap, as if Malcolm Jones take a hammer and chisel and saw and them thing and build the plant on stable soil. And they blame Malcolm Jones, but they're not talking about the amount of things that Malcolm Jones did for this country in the energy sector, especially Point Lisa. And the next thing, they're not talking about the $16 billion that he leave the way going, Kamala. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning,
good
Zina.
morning, Dominic. Dominic, Caller, and Bruce, so let me show more of like what I showed earlier there this morning about the in Los Angeles and out in LA out there. People here too happy. They're too comfortable. And that is what's going on with them. They never, Trinidad and Tobago people, they will never get enough. Never. No matter what the Dr. Rowley do, they will still condemn him. They will never be satisfied. I tell you, deceased Mr. Manning used to say all the time, God rest his soul, he just said, this is a difficult country to run. It's not easy. People here, they're too ungrateful. And let me tell all you, before I go on, let me say, morning to Mommy Sauce. I heard her. Well, I reached out to her already, but Mommy Sauce is strong. And to Mr. Napuna, condolences. And I know Stephen was a nice man. I wasn't looking for Stephen to go that road yet, but God knows best. Anyhow, this country, people here don't want to pay their bills. They don't even want to do that. They're getting help. Now they're still crying they ain't getting help. With all the money that the finance minister says spend and they spend on that. And as a caller said earlier, this opposition always want they want accountability. What they did with the money, they account for when they were there, but you want accountability. And where the money spent in this COVID, as the caller say, all the hotels and all the people who are coming in and going for free and quarantining. Or they're not looking at that. It have people was living it up in Ham, Lam and Jam when they come. Somebody tell me that their son came in and went through there, and he say like he wish he never did have to leave there and go home. First the treatment was nice. Food and eats and drinks, ham, lamb and jam. And they're asking where the money gone. And look, they're too miserable in this country. And as for the WASA payment, I find they should have never stopped it. Because let me tell you, the small man in this country, just pay the bills, Just pay the bills. The average and the poor citizen, just pay the bill. You see, it have plenty of them there that have apartment buildings renting and all that. That you see how them kind of arrays in WhatsApp. Take what I tell out there. Because somebody tell me the daughter living somewhere in an apartment down in that area down the Bartaria, San Juan area, and they didn't have water for 2 days. You know what? They live in an apartment building. The landlord, he must fall into that category too. They don't want to pay land and building. They don't want to pay their bills. They don't want to pay nothing. But you want to pong on people door every month and to collect rent. They should have go ahead and cut them. Let them until they pay. So where all of them get off scotch-free, now we're going to wait on here again. I hope us will keep up the drive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zina.
Go on.
Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, Bruce.
Morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, Dominic.
Morning, Brian.
Pleasant good morning to you, Miss Felix. I know you may or may not be listening or sleeping till 10 again. I'd like to say, first of all, condolences to Mother Tuna Puna. I've never met her, but I like her energy. I know and also present condolences as well to Mommy Sauce on the passing of her mother. These things are not easy. It is very difficult. Nobody can really comprehend. You have to be in it to feel it. And I know you're a strong woman. And I always say to people at times like these that time is a great healer. So once again, condolences to you both. Dominic, first of all, Bruce, I would want to believe that this young lady is dead. I'll tell you why. She left home to go and visit her daughter. Where's her daughter today? Has anybody said anything? If she left to go and visit her daughter, I mean, you ain't going to send a message to say, only on my body here, there, and everywhere. I feel like we're going to stay where I is, just for spite. So what about your daughter? You left home to go and see. You understand? So that is the question that I have. I mean, I have no other information than you guys will have. So I am just, adding one on one and, just assuming. But I hope she is alive and well. Secondly, I personally did not agree with the Minister of Public Utilities in the sense that I'm saying this. If the CEO had indicated that one particular individual, which seems to be a private home, was owing $14,000. Now, the average payment, if you know your water bill, is normally about $100 average a month. We get a quarterly bill most of the time. So you get a bill from maybe about sometimes between $300 and $400. It all depends. So, But you let your bill go up to $14,000. Now, you see, the point is this, and people bother about, it's pandemic, and people have to come out and pay this money now in these hard times. But you see, the point is this. We can't be paying $2 billion. Have the finance minister looking for $2 billion every year. Right? And you have people who get rich off of WASA. You understand? And then you're still complaining 3,000 people can't be accounted for on the books. And then money, some people haven't gotten paid, some contractors haven't gotten paid as yet. Where the money going to come from? Now, maybe he could have put it a different way, perhaps, by saying that, okay, let's redo it, money has to be paid, yes, because we have bills to pay and that sort of thing. But instead of just stopping it wholesale outright, let people know that, listen, you have to pay your bills. $14,000 owed. That is over 6 years. Over 6 years, you haven't paid a cent for your water. Are you getting water, or you decide you wasn't getting and you decide you're not paying? Something is wrong somewhere. And the lines were pretty long for people who were delinquent and going to pay their bills. And I am saying that we cannot continue to fork out $2 billion, especially in these hard times, because of COVID, and because we have to assist those who are now out of work and so on. Right? What about those landlords who telling people if you don't pay your rent, you put in your house? What about them? They don't have any feelings? You understand? So we have to be, I maybe could have couched it a different way, perhaps, as a politician. Instead of just coming carte blanche and saying, hey, stop that and that, we didn't sanction. I mean, maybe could have said it perhaps a different way to make it seem as though, don't come down too hard on the individual who you have asked to fix WASA. That's all I'm saying about that. And finally, Dominic, what you had mentioned earlier in the first hour, there are people in the UNC who have real money, real business. Some of them in 5 years became billionaires overnight. how much money they contribute? Have they taken a reduction in their pay? How much? How much have they contributed to society, especially during these times, to say that everybody wants the Prime Minister and the government to take a pay cut? They who working hard to ensure that they find money to pay us and have contributed some of their salary to what's helping people in their constituency. Right? You mentioned how much the opposition leaders making every month. What about those who are multi-billionaires, who have businesses? What about Tim Gopi Singh, who say he retired, but all of a sudden he have mouth and he wants commission of inquiry? Huh? He's a multi-billionaire because he has a medical business down in South. What about Fuad Khan? You remember how much they were paying for their license every year, and then the Minister of Finance upped it to about 60,000 a year, and how much noise they make for that? You remember? They were paying little bit of money for the license. And it's only when the Minister of Finance put it in the Parliament, nobody knew. Now they have to pay a little more money, they're complaining. And how much money people have to pay when they have to go to visit these institutions? Huh? And they're making money on the side. How many of them? But I want to go back over what was said about all the stealing of this money and so on. Where is all of that money? Because they have not built anything. The Hoover Hospital was a loan taken from the Chinese, $2 billion. What else they built? Nothing. And these people want to continue to talk. We must not listen to them. They have nothing to say. I am sorry for the car workers. Very, very sorry. And I hope they can catch themselves as quickly as possible to get back these car workers. Although they say it will not be the same. But at the end of the day, to put 450 people on the breadline is very, very difficult. I hope that car can get back on their feet and find some way to rehire those employees who they intend to retrench. Thank you all very much. Have a good day.
Caller, good morning. Okay, lost it. Call me back. Anything to add, Dominic?
No, not really. You know, Brian said it all day. I continue to make the point. You know, let's have it even-handedly. If you want to call on the PNM MPs to, you know, take a pay cut. Call on the UNC members too. Right, so.
Oh boy.
We know that they wouldn't do that, Bruce. Imagine this, you know, and they get vexed when you call them dunce, right? So I was just listening to a little piece of the ground report. A man calling, hey, all them deaths that they recorded and saying, 700 and something people dead. With all them bodies, why the media not going and do any kind of research to see if it's true? I feel the line, I don't feel it have all those set of COVID thing they're talking about. I don't feel it have all of that, you know, the line. Really? Still, people saying that shopping us, Bruce?
Of course. Of course.
And the host of them, that program wouldn't call them up and tell them you're talking nonsense, you know. I recall I saw something recently. I think I can't remember because it's the same story that Sharon read, where the fellow was saying that you know, he saw all these beds in the corridor. I think in the hospital or something, and he was asking the nurse or the orderly, what is that? And they were telling them, just don't watch, all that is bodies.
Wow.
People who died. We saw where the funeral homes are complaining that they having a challenge to keep up with the bodies that are coming and so on. The crematorium, the challenge that they have with the backup because they have bodies to cremate. And then you still have people talking this nonsense about they don't think that this COVID thing is real. So what, you need to get it and end up in Cuba then for you to say it real?
Is it?
Total disrespect for all the families who have lost loved ones, right? Condolences go out to them. It's unfortunate that we have people in this country so dotish still talking that kind of foolishness.
Right. Yeah. So guys, you can call us up. We're continuing to take your calls. 342-0081 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic. Bruce, on the minute.
Hey.
You see, point that I don't understand. I don't understand, and I realize is a lost cause because I had a discussion with a certain driver again this morning. I know I'll get past him, whatever. He said that's all ever other people. So I asked him if he ever hear about a man called Putin. He said no. I said, well, like the Russian president. If you're listening to the direction, you're in jail. You understand? But again, so what? Them don't know with the station. And with regards to that lady who called something hitting me on the head because I can tell you, I work there. And you go in there and meeting people with 4 or 5 cars in the yard and the oil company. Some of them are high rise and they're tenants and the oil company. And they're the most arrogant people you could come across. So you know what? I kind of mad to that demand for the drives, but so what? My life because are they there? Can't be right. No small man or any company. It's people who have companies, factories, stores, all over the place. And all of my from a certain area, and half of them own any company. So not for 20 years old, for more than 6 and 7, 8 years, and they don't intend to pay. Not, if I can remember, it was a lady was a unique crime. Talking about what I can't remember it was crime. You know, she was about 40 from business, and she owned the company. But you know what? What's right about it? So, that's all I'm listening.
Come on. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, Javi, and you?
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic. Morning, Miss Sharon. Well, I say I get fired from this station. Let me go. Bruce and Dominic, and you know, scissors and comb, teacup and saucer, knife and fork, bottle and spoon. Hear me. If the Right Honorable Eric Eustace Williams is the nation father, I get annoyed when I hear Kingsley saying Kamala is the nation mother. A mother is about nurturing, not aborting. Hear me. Who aborted the aluminum smelter? The OPVs, the Plimp, El Dorado Youth Camp for Girls, and Rishmi, the national security. Kingsley, is that what you calling a mother? She even went after the ferries and the fast patrol vessels from Australia. What mother does have a problem with another mother-child complexion till she changed the child black to black? Kingsley, I would have to use industrial language to describe your mother. Akon.
This is what it is. Industrial language. Oh my gosh.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning to the panel.
Morning.
Time caller, very first time caller.
Okay, welcome. Where are you calling from?
From Morvan.
Nice to have you on the inside.
I would like to speak on the health center in Morvan.
Mm-hmm.
I 2 weeks ago I got my full shot, and the attitude is just beautiful from the security, the head nurse, the nurses. Hear me. You talk about order and decency. That is, when I watch the people, how they line up, social distancing, just beautiful. So I remained there for about an hour, but it was not any way to say problem. It's just because of the people. But the order was excellent. 3 weeks up, we went back for our second shot. Rules, hear what I'm telling you. In that health center, you have real order.
Nice.
The security, they are very courteous, understanding. You can speak with them. The nurses, the same thing. I spoke with the head nurse and all. The same thing. The attitude is exceedingly beautiful. So I commend the Mova Health Center and its whole staff. The security, excellent work. I applaud them and I say thank God for this type of service. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Bless. Nice. So, see, Dominic, goes to show.
Contrary to what some people say, exactly. But I know saying you something there, Bruce. Yeah, but play that. As the caller called and spoke about the good service and how smooth things running, right? Mm-hmm.
I ain't see it come yet.
Well, hello again. Think I'm here?
No.
Yes, now, let me see.
Yeah, no see it come.
Yeah. While you're loading it, I'm now reading here on Facebook a post from ABC News that reads, Philippines, Duterte threatens those who refuse the COVID-19 vaccine with jail. President Rodrigo Duterte threatened to jail people who refuse to be vaccinated against the coronavirus as the Philippines battles one of Asia's worst outbreaks. You choose, he said, vaccine or I will have you jailed. Duterte said in a televised address on Monday, following reports of low turnouts at several vaccination sites in the capital, Manila. He says, don't get me wrong, there's a crisis in this country. I am just exasperated by Filipinos not heeding the government. Dr. Rowley say, vaccinate, operate. Also, the pastors come out and hold a press conference. Everybody going on Facebook and doing live. Oh, Rowley say, why you don't take the vaccine? And all kind of. It's a dictatorship and a what? Just now, Trinidad and Tobago will become a communist country. I continue to encourage people, invest in a dictionary, please, before you all come and talk about communists. Right? All embarrassing all yourself. Please, please, please. But here it is. And they love this man too bad, you know. So yeah, we like how he just deal with corrupt politicians, but now we say take the vaccine or make a jail. You haven't loaded there?
Well, please.
This is the UNC member of Parliament for Tabakit, Anita Yanes. And watch how uncomfortable she looking.
Hey, wait open. Just now, it opened quite on the next side.
Watch how uncomfortable she looking. Like, because the Southwest Regional Health Authority, they ask her to say something.
Okay.
My second shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine process was extremely smooth, very accommodating, and I encourage everyone to get vaccinated.
Process was extremely smooth and so on. Wait now. By total, let's say the government mismanaging the thing. They know what they're doing. They can't handle the vaccination thing properly. You have people line up in the hot sun, in the rain, spreading COVID, no social distancing. But she went and got her second shot yesterday and it was so smooth and the process was... Nah. That's PNM Photoshop. That's Mad Lips.
Take it as some backlash for that.
Yeah, that's Mad Lips. She didn't say that. No, she didn't say that. Play that again for Bruce. About that. Yeah. It was Photoshop like room 201.
Oh, gosh.
Right? Morning, everyone. Today I got my second shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Process was extremely smooth, very accommodating, and I encourage everyone to get vaccinated.
Well, Lord, she better be careful. Next thing I say, she causing people to go and line up. She encourages everybody to get vaccinated. Well, all right. Okay, Anita, we hear you. Hear you loud and clear. I hope you will repeat what you just said there on another platform.
You're right. You're right.
You hear them social media people supposed to take that.
You know the platform itself, who are the podium and who on the side. So when you on the podium now and you say something like that, everybody inside be like,
yeah.
you might get remember when the partner that get the thing past him, you know.
Yeah. You know, it's like how all the DJs just do what all they scratch the record. It's like what? Yeah, what do you hear, crickets? What she just said there? Nah. Look, she got the PNM social media people need to take that clip, right? And they need to create a meme and just have that running. Send that to kick out the PNM Facebook profile. Sure, she gonna get a call from Kamla. You can't be doing them thing. You gotta tell the people no comment, you're in a hurry. You can't do no video. What's wrong with you? We pushing a narrative whole year that the government don't know what they're doing, inefficient. Just Sunday morning we had a press conference where I had Tim Gopi Singh say how poorly they manage anything, and then you go and say it running smooth. What's wrong with you? Right. Problems.
But you see, the nice thing about that is it's good to know that not everything they get to read they're going to just so, because I sure by now they would have realized that they themselves, when they pick it up, they start to read and they I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I've a small rep to maintain our trend watching, man. You know? Let me put things in a proper order.
Either that or Sunday morning, she will be in the press conference to say that there's a clip going around with me saying that the whole system and everything was deficient and so on, but I just want to say that was a side effect of the vaccine. I was temporarily delusional. So, yeah, don't take what I said at face value.
Hey. What we gonna do?
These people jokey, yes?
Hey, Father.
Well, I hope all the UNC supporters who say, oh, the vaccine this and the vaccine that. Anita say, go and take it, eh? Anita say, not Rowley, not Embed. Anita say, take it. All you say, why Rowley don't take it and why Rowley don't? She not waiting for Rowley to take it, but she to go and take it. Right? She get 2 shots. She fully. All right. Well, let's sit down and wait. I'm waiting to see which one Rowley got take. Go ahead.
Oh, please. Father. Well, we almost coming to our close. Let's see if I can find the daily word in the meantime. It's a very interesting morning, let me see. I have a caller here. Let's see, caller, good morning. Hey, lost it? Okay, call me back.
Well, I'm seeing somebody on Facebook, Merlene Morgan. She said, good morning, gentlemen. I want to endorse what the last caller said. I took my second shot of Sinopharm at the Arima Hospital, and I must commend the entire staff for their courtesy.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see if I could take a quick call here. Caller, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Bruce, Dominic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been following the program, listening to your sensible contributions and all. You know, what I'm saying is that, so quick I can get through this. When are we going to identify how the elite, automated by malfeasance and the corruption, when are we going to identify how they just do things? You know, citing what they said about, you know, the bills and stuff like that.
anybody with a iota of intelligence will realize that the government trying to reach the big people, but always the UNC strategy is to fighting the small people to protect the big people. It happened with the tax thing. They was going at the bigger people who are big compound and all kind of high rise and thing and paying all kind of $6 and $7 and $100 a year. And then what they just do is that they just fighting these small people and say, hey, they come in to take your house, they come in to do this, they come in to do that. And next thing you know, the big people who they're trying to reach at get exonerated. And that is how I look at the WASA payment also. They're trying to reach the big wigs, the ones who we just complain about, the 1%, the people who making real money and not giving back nothing in terms of to support themselves rubbish gain pickup, then want to put $1 towards nothing. And here they go again, coming and saying that is small people. And we know, and anybody with a common sense will know, that is not the small people trying to reach at this point in time. I too am disappointed that they cut the program because I do think it's strugglers that they was trying to reach. They was trying to get the money of the people who just always escape when they push poor people and say, oh, it's only they're trying to thing. Have a good day, gentlemen. Call back, please.
Yeah, man. Thank you. So at this time, I am going to give you the daily word because we're nearly out of time. And the daily word for today is forgive. When I forgive another, I free myself. Occasionally, I may become aggravated or upset over the actions of another. My reaction may lead me to say or do something that I later regret. The words of Jesus remind me to forgive over and over and over again as often as necessary. This does not free others of their responsibilities. Rather, it is to free me from carrying the burden of resentment. When I forgive, I free myself. Who I am is greater than what I have done. The same is true for all others. Remembering this keeps me from holding on to pain and allows me to be more accepting of others and even of myself. I forgive others for their actions and words, and I forgive myself for my reactions and my words. As I forgive, I am set free. How often should I forgive? As many as 7 times, Jesus said to him. Not 7 times, but I tell you 70 times 7. Matthew 18, 21 to 22. So guys, that's all the time we have for today. Dominic, as we say,
ciao.